We got anything to talk about today?
Nothing's happening. Nothing's happened since our last show.
I mean, good grief.
Not to start it this way, but
well, then don't
to start it, but to start it this way. Remember 4 years ago? Not around this time, earlier. Take it back on memory lane. Maybe it was 5 years ago. I don't really know how this whole thing works. I was in Washington, D.C. And I got wind of some. Well, every time I go, wow, holy crap, dude! Think about it. Every time I go to Washington, D.C., something bad happens to the University of Florida.
You just gonna move there next week?
I'm probably gonna just live there. I'm about to, but anyways, I'll go through my Washington, D.C. trips and the University of Florida later. But I told Denny something, and Denny went to a notable media member's house to have some kind of, I don't know, whatever, barbecue, whatever I wasn't invited to. I was gone anyway, but I still never got an invite.
Right.
And it was a quote. We don't do that at the University of Florida. We don't fire coaches like that.
Talking about Butters?
Yeah. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe it is a thing at the University of Florida now. You do fire coaches.
I think we were talking about this. We were talking about this off air earlier. Like, I think it's a thing everywhere. Nobody's above it anymore. Safe, man. Like, before you say your school doesn't do something, just wait until your coach loses. And then your school will do it.
Not just loses. I kind of I want to on the written. We're talking about Dan Mullen in the University of Florida, by the way. Like the stats, right? Like when you just write it down on a sheet of paper and you just read it without any context or looking at it, it looks bad. You were just in the conference championship game,
just like Jim McElwain,
right? But even his look bad. Jim's looks worse now, but compared to this, but you're watching it and you're seeing guys literally trying to get the coach fired. Like the coach looking like he's not motivated to be there. Nobody's happy. It's just like a divorce was like the most. Was the nicest thing you could have done outside of killing him.
Right. Dan Mullen. I think the thing. It's the sportden, by the way. Happy Thanksgiving week to everybody. We'll get into that in just a second. We got more important things than your turkey right now. Equally as important, though, is to get to ABC.
Please.
Yes. Get to ABC. Thanksgiving is just better with ABC.
I was going to say, some family members, some family members don't need alcohol. Some family members are more bearable with alcohol.
If you have the alcohol?
If you have the alcohol. They have the alcohol, they're worse. But like if you have it, it kind of calms you down. You're chill.
Well, this is where we every year we do this, though. Every year we have to give you our disclaimer that if you're an angry drunk,
right,
don't drink at Thanksgiving, because then you're going to be an angry divorce drunk that everybody hates.
Right.
You don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, women empowerment has changed a lot of this stuff. Like you can't be the uncle drinking and telling all the family secrets. And normally, like back in the day, and I'm saying
you don't want to sit on your lap.
Right. I'm saying this because back in the day, you could see the drunk uncle and the woman just understands and like, I'm sorry. But now she's just leaving your ass.
The drunk uncle that asks like the long lost cousin's wife to sit on his lap.
Right. Nephew. And they let nephew. That's you, nephew? Nephew, that ain't you. Nephew, hey, come here, girl. That's too much. Listen, he don't know how to handle all that. Boy, I tell you, boy, that's the only thing, not the only thing. There's other things I miss about my grandmother's brothers. Most of them have passed.
Tiger?
Uncle Tiger, yes. Did I tell you about Uncle Tiger?
Yeah, we talked about Tiger.
Uncle Tiger.
Fingers.
Uncle Tiger was the cool one. He was the bully. He was the muscle. But Uncle Gordon, the one who passed.
Gordon was the one that tried to get it at your wedding.
Yeah. I love Uncle Gordon. I really miss those guys telling me inappropriate jokes about things that I like. I don't know how to get it done.
James' family is all about strong, horny old men.
Really strong. Well, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Every single story.
The only thing that I live for, not to see great grandkids, not to even see grandkids. I pray I don't none of this bad stuff happens to me. Like when I probably thought about this when I was on my deathbed in July. I was sitting there thinking damn, I'm not gonna live to be an old horny, drunk black guy.
So you're just doing it now.
Like now, I just live it out. But now I was like, I want to be like, and I'm mad at Miles, and I'm more mad at my sister because they're not gonna have kids that I could be the inappropriate uncle to. Well, maybe Miles will. Miles got time. Men, we don't have a clock. My sister does though. Like she's getting older. Like
man,
somebody please.
It's Thanksgiving.
Listen, I'll pay you $100. Come get a plate. If you can get my sister to go on a date with you, I will pay you. Like I need nieces and nephews.
Wow, Thanksgiving's getting started great for him.
None of those ducks. None of these other foolish jokers that don't cry and don't be overly aggressive. Those are the only two things that I ask for.
And don't be 380 pounds rolling up in a Kia.
In a Kia.
That's really it.
I don't ask for much, man.
You can be 380, just have an SUV.
Right. Like, yeah. She likes them with hypertension.
Sorry. This is James.
I'm just saying, but anyways, my point is alcohol makes family more bearable.
That was your point.
That was my point. In all of that.
Alcohol makes by the way, well done, Eli Drinkwitz or whatever your name is for Missouri.
Oh, because the clapback.
Yeah, well done.
Why does Dan Mullen always want to fight Missouri?
He didn't the other night.
No, not on the field. But it looked like there was like a little rumble about to happen on the sideline.
I don't know. I don't know. Here's what hurts for me is, man, a year ago I thought we had our dude. And somebody posted this and Marco tried to get angry about it.
Oh man.
About the thrown shoe changed everything. And Marco, did you see this?
Yeah.
Marco retweeted it and said, "Keep my name out your mouth." Man, don't throw a damn shoe and nobody talk about you. Like,
and they kept it. One thing I'm gonna say about Gators is, boy, are they happy and mad at the same time? You know, Twitter has this thing called Spaces. It's kind of like, what was the thing that was all the rage about a month or two ago? Clubhouse or whatever. It's like, but it's cool. It's better. I hated Clubhouse. Anyways, but I have seen a Florida Gators coach Twitter space consistently since the middle of last week. And it's the same people in it. Mm-hmm. I'm afraid these people haven't washed. They haven't slept.
They just right there.
They're just in the Twitter space. Like,
why do we not have a sportsden space?
Well, we would have to set it up and then like, but that's too much like work. Like, I don't know why people do this stuff. Like,
okay, never mind.
Like, you know what the sportsden space is? What the hell we're doing right now?
Yeah, I just saw Dan Mullen's name space had like 1,200 active people on it last night at one point.
Man, it's crazy. And then I went to go listen to it.
You did?
Oh, it's great. It's great for a little. It's like great for like 10 minutes. And then you realize how stupid people are. Like one person said, I wouldn't mind Dan Mullen staying on and being a defensive coordinator. Somebody had to correct him.
Coordinator,
no. Yeah. The guy said defensive coordinator. He didn't know he had an offensive mind. At first I thought he was trolling.
Yeah.
But then I realized, he's serious. Then, they let a couple Seminole people snuck in there, which I think is rude. Let the people vent and have their space and have their time. We've all gone through this.
You just said you were on there.
I don't want to speak, though. I wasn't speaking to troll. I was there to listen.
You were there for education?
I was there to be educated. I wanted to know what it was like for people who are so confident. Not you. I don't like trolling you, per se. I do like getting you mad because it's funny.
Who, me?
Yeah, like sometimes when you like,
I don't get
a little bit.
I don't get mad when you talk about Florida, though.
No. I'm just like, well, no, you got mad about when Anthony was dancing?
But that wasn't at you. That wasn't over the troll. That was at my own coach.
Right. What I'm saying. I like not necessarily trolling you to get you mad at me. I got you mad at the situation.
No, me mad makes me funny. But like I laugh at myself.
But like this, I was like, this is sad.
Listen, it is sad because a year ago, I thought, all right, Dan Mullen's like the 10-year answer. We were worried about him losing him to the NFL. And then at the beginning of the year, towards the middle of the year, people were like, we got to fire Dan Mullen. And I was steady, like, man, you can't fire Dan Mullen. Man, by the time the game got there the other night, it was like, all right, he's gone. Like, he's got to be gone. He has to be gone.
You were right until you were wrong. I'm not mad at you about that. You were right until he quit. I
don't even care about being right. I just care about the fact that coaching coaching searches rarely go smooth or even well. Like if the coaching search was down to an exact science, you know what there wouldn't be? Coaching searches. Like you just keep the guy, right? But I think 10 teams in the SEC have changed coaches in the last 3 years. Something like that. These things don't work more than they do work.
Right.
So when you make this move, you may be setting your program back 5 or 10 years and nobody knows. Everybody's going to get excited at whoever it is when they hire them. Yeah. It's the way this goes.
It's here's what Florida fans should do. Right. So, and I'll go ahead and say from all I'm hearing right now, you're hearing similar to that they got their guy. Mm-hmm. We could deduce that it may be Napier or somebody else like that. Whoever you get, you just enjoy the ride. I'm learning this with Miguel, with White Mike, is that like, all right, it might stink really, really bad, but I'd be remiss if I said, like, and I've been fair. It was bad. I said it was bad. When it's good, I'm like, yo, it's pretty good. If Billy Napier comes, he's not going to knock it out the park with recruiting in the beginning. But if you can get something similar to what he has, where he's at now, where it's kind of like great value Alabama, as far as staff, off-field staff, and things like that. No. There at Florida, he has the resources to make it on
James
par.
Just hit us with it. Florida could become Louisiana. Could they perhaps change their name to the Raging Cajuns?
No, what I mean is if Florida could actually, if they could just buy into what he wants, give him what he wants, fail that way. You already don't care about buyouts. Money is not an option. Why stop? Why limit the resources?
Listen, Mel Tucker set a new standard last week. When Michigan State is paying a coach that really hasn't won anything, let's be honest, he hasn't won anything. When Michigan State, the place where the sun doesn't shine, decides to give 10 years, $95 million to a coach that hasn't done anything, you've set a whole new bar in all of college football. So if you were given 15 mil as a staff before, that number just went up to 19. Like it just happened overnight. I'm assuming Jimmy Sexton is his agent. I would assume
Jimmy is the devil, but it's so good. It's
you're
so
right.
Good to watch.
But you're right, because you remember if we go back a month ago when Gator fans were all mad at me because I said that their recruiting expectations were too high, that you shouldn't have the expectation of recruiting with Georgia, and it spawned content for like 20 other podcasts.
This one guy he's
still living off of it.
He needs to come on our show.
Yeah, he's still living off of that.
He owes us a show, man.
He owes us a check at this point. This is what I'm talking about, though. It wasn't just Dan Mullen, but you're going to have a guy with so much energy that he can overcome what they don't have that Georgia has. Right? So if Georgia is spending, and I learned that the gap isn't as big as what it was published in
money,
spent. Right? It's money spent, but the resources and the energy put towards recruiting by Georgia is not matched by anyone in the country, including Alabama. It's just that is a whole separate deal for Georgia.
Stories that I want to tell.
Oh, I know.
Good night,
I know.
Georgia. Curbs, you my guy, baby. You my guy, Curbs. Just Curbs, I know you're going to be there. Same energy, dog. In 10 years, I want that exact same energy if my son is good enough.
Listen,
I'm telling you right now, I can be bought, dog. I can be bought.
To piggyback off what James is saying, y'all can do content shows where you say I'm wrong all you want to. You don't know what I know. Mm-hmm. This isn't me guessing. This isn't me forecasting. This is a fact, what I'm telling you. Florida does not spend like Georgia spends.
Like you said, the gap,
however you want to take it.
You said the gap is closed. Right. For tax purposes.
It's not as
big as what we think. Forget the other stuff, because just forget whatever. The point is
Florida ain't playing like
when
that.
you look at when I realized how real it is. You told me you went up there over the summer, I believe, right? Or when Carson was being recruited, whatever. Right. You're like, James, they're building a new indoor.
Yeah.
Like under the current indoor or something like that. He's like, I was like, wait a minute, is that even structurally sound? Like where Miami Florida State, everybody else is complaining, oh, we don't have the space on our campus to build football-only facilities. These guys are working with reverse engineering what they already have, trying to figure out how to put oxygen on the lava layer of the earth. Like, they're over here like a building supervillain layers to like my buddy and then you said that, then my buddy Grimes takes his kids on a visit, and it really legit. I think it sounded like Barbershop 2 nappy cuts when he said they got fish in the floor. You point at the fish you want, and then you tell them if you want it blackened, fried, jerk, however you want it, they're gonna cook it. He's like, there's things that he was telling. I was like, they're deprivation chambers. He's like, man, they got this thing, this saltwater bath that you go in and it treats you like you had 10 hours of sleep, but it's only out. I'm like, dude, those have been around. But then I thought about it. Those are only around if you got $100 to spend.
Right.
Like they're not on college campuses. No. Like they got cryotherapy. They got all these other things that I'll put it this way. You need. Don't even.
I was walking around their facility, and there were drawings, right? And so I'm looking at the drawings, and I'm asking one of their coaches, I'm like, is that where we're at now? I'm thinking like this is the drawings of the current building, which was fairly new. And he's like, no. He's like, we're breaking ground on that building. And I'm like, what? Like, didn't y'all just finish this? Yeah, we're building a $120 million building now.
That's why I was like,
I'm like, and I said, where? And he goes, right there. And I look up, and there's grass above me. I'm like, what? Y'all are going up? No. We're going to dig all that out. What do you mean?
Like, again, like it's just that's what understand. People mean. Like your level of spending, like you, like, yeah, okay, they spend $5 million, you spend 4.2. Okay, yeah, you're right, but you're spending 80 on your first football only facility. They're spending 120 on top of the 80 that they've already spent on this one, and then this will become dorms or something. When it's all said
right when they finish this one, they'll start another one. And just so everybody's on the same page, to be clear, because there's a bunch of trolls, the number that we're talking about a couple weeks ago, I think Georgia spending $3 million and like Florida was spending 1.7 or 1.3 or something like that. I was given really good information by the former AD, so not by you jokers, all right, by the former AD at Georgia, that a lot of that cost comes in flight because Florida owns their own planes, like a lot of schools.
Right.
Georgia does not. So every time that Georgia takes a flight to recruit a kid, it has to come out of that recruiting budget, where Florida's maintenance and all that comes out of the aviation budget. So it's he and I was like, can that really be that much? He goes, oh yeah. He goes, if you fly to California and back, that's 40 G's. And they do that weekly.
Yeah.
With several coaches. So that's why I was saying that it's not as big of a discrepancy as we thought. But just to get back to Dan Mullen for a second, because this is obviously the big news. He didn't want to be there. Nobody wanted him there. So it had to happen this way. Rumors are that he was offered to coach this week, and he said, no, I'm good. I'm out.
No, thanks, love. I'm okay.
and I'm just going to say,
I'm going to relieve myself from this toxic situation.
Well, and I'm just going to say, Florida fans are upset about that. I don't blame him. I don't blame him, not at all. Nobody needs that moment. Like nobody's carrying off on his shoulders. Their shoulders. Like that's not happening.
They legit liked Zook. That was the worst thing they could have done.
They legit like Muschamp.
I believe. Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, that. I mean, when Muschamp got fired, people were legitimately upset. I'm calling BS on a lot of the Florida players going on Twitter saying, I can't believe they fired my mentor, my hero. Man, where were y'all against Sanford? Like, where were y'all against Sanford? Like, if you cared that much, you would have tackled a dude.
I said that the other day. I don't want to hear that. I love my coach and all this.
No.
I mean, if you love me, save my job.
I'm not even talking about Missouri.
It's the holidays, man. Now, granted, $6 million in 60 days you ain't hurting, but geez.
Yeah, full buyout, regardless of if he gets another job or not. And I said this last week. I was told a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, that USC wanted Dan Mullen. And I was told that Dan Mullen wanted to be at USC.
Yeah, I think Dan wanted out. I think Dan will land another Power 5 job. In 2 places that I'm hearing that fit Actually, the one I don't think he could get it now the way it ended.
Miami?
Penn State, hell no.
Dan in Miami.
I would love that. I would love nothing more than that. I actually really
honestly, as a non-Miami fan, that would
scare me more than what Miami fans say they want.
Lane,
yep, because
I agree.
One, I get it. Lane, I get it.
He's fun.
The adult chicken wing establishments in Miami are way better than they are in Oxford. Outside of Hugh Freeze, who's the only person who likes those things in that area.
Nah, remember he had to call him in.
Oh well, yeah. That's
he got called with the phone number.
Right. But like, I think Lane being single, being who he is, giving him that much money, bringing him back with those expectations, that's too much temptation. Too much temptation.
If Lane ends up in Miami, he's going to end up on probation and with syphilis. Yes, those two things will happen. Like, I don't know if you're going to win, but dude's going to have a good time, and he's going to recruit illegally his butt off because that's the expectation that Miami fans have. It's not a knock on Lane. It's Miami fans think that they are a top 5 job, and they're not. They're not a top tier job. Right. I mean, you look at the job openings right now. I would go with you on LSU. I don't care. Like,
this guy with his throat thing is going to be like all over. Somebody named Monster X is going to be in your inbox.
Fine. DM me. I don't read them anyway. Like, how can you even argue that? How can you argue
Cam Underwood's fat ass is going to be mad at you?
I mean, sir, how can you argue that Miami is a top tier, top 20 job? It's not. It's a private school with no on-field campus, yada yada, no on-campus field. Like all the things that people have talked about forever, none of them are lies. They're all true.
They've got Tootsies. The Office.
How close is that to Coral Gables?
I just thought about that's a good point.
I mean, Tootsies may be as close to Gainesville. I mean, anyway, LSU, USC, Florida, and not in that order. Like you could make me an argument of any of those three in any order, and you would not be wrong. Those are the 3 jobs. Florida is unaffected by anything else right now. If with the coaches that they want,
Florida's really not affected by LSU or USC.
LSU more so than USC.
The one
just because of Napier.
Yeah, but he's already, from what I'm going to say, he's told them nah.
LSU.
But I get what you're saying. That's true.
You realize he turned down Auburn?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he turned down Auburn last year.
But you know what?
Like,
I wouldn't turn LSU down. I turned Auburn down because no matter what, like, you know how I did the whole history of Florida and like, you know, the championships and why people I'm pretty sure I can go do the same thing at Auburn, right? No matter what you do at Auburn, you will always be second best. You'll never be Alabama. I'm sorry. I don't know if you guys have never realized that or not, but like, you're never going to be Bama. Why would you, if you had a choice, why would you willingly do that to yourself?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess
that it's not a big program.
No, I guess you're right, because in his situation, he is just a matter of time before he gets what he wants.
Right. And this
have a little patience.
In his situation, not money wise.
Yeah.
You've getting for where you're at G5, you're getting everything that you want.
Yep.
You're basically Auburn right now in Louisiana. You're never going to be LSU, but where you're at right now, you're good. You don't have any expectations of pressure. You go to Auburn, you have championship expectations with little brother resources.
Yeah.
You're getting the hand-me-downs. You're getting the tattered jeans. You're going to the classes that teachers have already loved your big brother, and they're expecting good things of you, but you don't have it. That's just, I mean, I'm sorry. Like you're good enough because you're SEC, but you're not. You'll never be Bama.
How much would you like? What would you put the odds or the percentage at it's going to be Napier
for Florida?
Yeah.
Last time I did that, I got ran out of town. Nah,
I almost tweeted last night. I almost tweeted per Big Game James _36 and FSU iDoc Bob Stoops will be coming.
I thought about doing that myself.
I almost did.
I thought about doing that myself for Miami, but I would say right now I'll give it 65%.
I was going to say 80.
I'm giving high. I mean, I just don't want to.
I'm going to say 80% by this time next week. By next.
The only reason I'm not higher is because the only thing worse than recruiting, is coaching searches. But they've got to get it done quick. No matter all that. Yeah, we're gonna take our time and go through the process and blah blah blah. All that's a lie.
Well, but
especially from this AD, because this is the AD. I didn't get it from him, but I heard him say it to somebody else. Is that every good AD has their top 5 at all times on them for every sport, because you never know when something's going to happen. You have to fire somebody. The NFL will take them. Blase, blase, blase.
They get death threats like McElwain. I mean, I can make a whole list of arguments why waiting to hire would be good in this situation, because then he wouldn't be attached to a signing class that's unfairly going to be attached to him.
True.
Whoever him is.
This transition classes.
It's going to be, So, but I think it's Billy Napier. I think it happens next Monday. That's my prediction. I think word gets out like Saturday on purpose, so that this. If they lose or when they lose to FSU, it's not as big of a deal. Everybody's talking about their next coach.
You really think?
Yeah, I do. I think FSU wins the game. Yeah. Just, I mean, if you look at, if you just look at this sensibly, who's calling plays? The fact that it's FSU helps, right? Like if this was somebody else, then I would absolutely say there's no way. But the kids will be up. The players will be up for the game. But we've talked about this before. Excitement and hype and all that kind of stuff lasts for about a series and a half. And then you settle into a game and you realize, all right, we either got this or we don't know what we're doing. And I think there could be a sense of that, because their offense coordinator's gone. Their defense coordinator's gone. The next logical choice to call plays would have been an O-line coach. He's gone.
True.
Your
head coach is a position that the most useless position coach on the field, running back coach.
Right. So
sorry, I played it, but I'm just saying you either can run or you can't.
Like, I just don't know. I just don't know how.
You don't think Billy G?
Billy G what?
Billy Gonzalez is a passing game coordinator?
Well, what about him?
He's not capable of calling plays?
He's been coaching now for the better part of 30 years and has never been allowed to call plays. There's probably a reason.
Okay. Then it's got to be McGee, the guy everybody respects.
Bro.
C-Rob can't call defense anyway. That's why he got 72 put up for you by Sanford.
He didn't get 72. He got
my
50.
bad. They got 50. My bad. 50. My bad. I apologize.
Put some respect
on C-Rob.
They did play well against Missouri. Defensively,
I watched that game. I didn't watch the Sanford game. I have no idea what Sanford has, but it seems that they have some kind of, I don't know, competence.
Missouri's running back is one of the best.
He is.
Yeah.
Their quarterback is awful.
I don't know what happened to him. He was good earlier in the year.
I'm watching Missouri.
I think.
And I'm sitting here. I'm watching Missouri offensively and defensively. And I'm wondering there's got to be a joke. Somebody's going to come here and tell me, like, hey, I'm punked, like Ashton Kutcher.
Right.
He's going to come out and say, hey, we were just playing with you guys. And then I was thinking about what you said. These guys know that at any given moment, they could cut it on.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm watching and I'm like, these guys aren't cutting it on. They really, really just don't want to be here.
No.
Because it shouldn't have been that close.
At what point do you just say it's a bad team too, though? And I think that's where I'm at with FSU, and we're going to get into FSU in just a second. But, I mean, I think it's a little bit silly to think that Florida is going to beat Florida State. I don't think there's any justification for that. You can say that they've got better players. Do they? I mean, they may have had higher recruited players coming out of high school. They may have bigger players.
All right.
But they may not have better players.
You have Kier Elam. Is he a potential?
They got 3 first-round picks on defense.
Trey Dean, is he one of them?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Trey Dean's okay safety. He's not as bad as what people. Cox.
Yep.
Dexter.
Yep. That's your 3 potential first-round guys. There's 6 guys. At least 6 guys going to play on Sundays.
Copeland is a capable wide receiver.
Is he?
Well, dang. Okay. Well, geez. I guess not. Like,
I mean, your phone broke? You can look at the stats.
But their stats of all Florida's wide receivers are always like that. They're little 500, 600 yards.
There has been 4 game stretches where I forgot Jacob Copeland was on the team. And that's hard to do because he's been there. He's like a lifelong member.
Yeah, I just remember his signing day.
I mean, I don't know. I could be. I hope I'm wrong. The last thing I want is to have to go into an off season hearing from cocky Florida State fans.
This can't be right.
What?
No way.
Spit it out.
Egregious. I'm just
Copeland.
No, just in general. Forget. Okay, all right. It wasn't. No, that's Russian. Yeah, Copeland's he's on par with what you've been having. 575 yards, 4 touchdowns. He averages 16 yards of reception. Some guy named
Justin Shorter,
13.5. I thought Henderson would have been.
No, they have no receivers. No, he's not on par because when you say that, you
did have a tight end that was pretty damn good though.
I mean, when you go back through past Florida teams, there's like 4 guys that have 600 or 700 yards.
Yeah, you ain't got that.
No, we don't have that anywhere near that.
You got a lot that have like just under 200.
Yeah, I mean the best receiver right now that they've got is Whittemore.
He's got 179 yards.
He's the most reliable guy on that team right now. Anyway, forget it. All I'm saying is there's no way that I would put money on Florida to win this game. Absolutely no way. What happened to y'all on BC? Because when I checked the score, y'all were crushing them.
Right.
And I still don't know what the final score was, by the way.
26-23.
Okay. I just saw all the chatter from the FSU people. What happened? Did they just make a comeback?
Yes and no. Because I don't want to take anything from BC. Their defense did get a little tighter. Our offense, we kind of went back to what we've been doing since like 2015, 2016. Like there was one, and I'm going to talk with Kenny Dillingham today. Get a damn fullback. I'll help you recruit one, bro.
Did you just hear that drop? I'm gonna talk. Look, I'm gonna talk to Kenny about.
Well, he'll be on inside drills.
We have a conference call lined up.
If you subscribe to the Sports Den on all the different streaming services, you'll get a chance to hear us live with Kenny Dillingham.
I mean, Kenny texted me earlier and said, "Look, James, I need your help. You're free around 5.
4th and inches. Forget it. 3rd and 1.
Okay.
Damn, if we can't get a quarterback sneak or a fullback dive, then we don't deserve it. 4th and inches. Hold your water, man. Like we had I think Gibbons is the one who did. He just jumped off side. So like we started stalling out, but we had over like 130 yards in penalties. Here's where it gets weird.
Those are tough games to watch.
Here's when it gets weird. Florida State has been really, really good if you go per game in terms of penalties. A lot better than they've been. Only one crew has penalized them over 100 yards. This is the same crew that worked Jacksonville State. This is the same crew.
It's the ACC.
Each time that this crew has done, it's not just that. It's kind of when I played, it was a guy named Ron Cherry. We hated seeing the referee Ron Cherry because we don't know. I don't know when it happened, but like I think Ron Cherry's first introduction to Florida State was when we played Virginia with the Warwick Dunn was down when he wasn't down. But like Ron Cherry is like, it just gave it to us every game. It did not matter win or lose. He was literally just going to call. There was going to be flags that made absolutely no sense. They were going to be called. And that's kind of what happened. But you got to knock them out. They didn't score any points in the 4th quarter, and they only scored 7 in second half. So kudos to Boston College.
I got a confession. When it's bowl season, if they say it's an ACC crew, I'll turn the channel.
Oh, I agree.
I don't know what you boys are doing at the ACC offices with this officiating, but
it's like
it's unwatchable.
It's like times. This. I don't know. Does the away team get the crew?
I don't
conference
know.
Crew in the FSU Florida?
I don't know.
Because if I'm the president of the ACC, I'm calling and be like, hey man, listen guys, I'm not saying not be fair. But let's stop that bullshit. Like, we need this. Like, this is money. This is conference money. These guys are slated to go to the Gator Bowl.
Is
possibly.
It sad that there's more at stake in this Florida State game than there has been in like 7 years, and it's just a bowl eligibility?
What's funny is this.
Am I wrong?
Was it 96, right? No. It had to be 90.
96 was the rematch.
90. No, it said 96 was number 1 versus number 3 or something like that, and that's national champion, like serious implications on the line. This is just going to a bowl game.
I know.
That's so hilarious, man. But a bowl game would mean everything to us right now. It doesn't mean anything
to both teams. Actually, no, to both teams. Well, no, you're right, because the new coach won't. New staff. You're right. It actually means nothing to Florida. I mean, it's wasted practices.
Like, does a coach? Well, I guess it does. Here's why it could mean something. It didn't help Florida State, but it could. A better coach, more competent coach than Willie Taggart could probably have this. Willie got a chance to watch the guys practice and play, and you got evaluation time as a coach. So if it is Napier, he gets a chance to come and see, hey, I really like some of these things. I like how Emory does it, he throws it to the other team, or he misses wide open wide receivers.
Leave that man alone.
I like it. This running back is good. I wonder why they never used him that much.
That's that's on that may be even out of Anthony Richardson, all of them, the lack of using Pierce is unbelievable.
This could
be when he went option to the boundary on 3rd and 1, I was like, you know what? He's trying to get fired. And then and one guy played both of them.
That's typically.
I won't even get in.
That's what happens when you play option to the boundary.
Right, exactly.
The sideline is an extra defender.
Exactly. And Dan Mullen, you're smarter than that. At that point, I knew you were ready.
But that's what happened with the Boston College game. But Florida State, it also gets Mike to. Well, I believe his record would be at that point would be 10 and 12. Anyways, he's climbed it up. It's a lot better. No, 9. He's 5 wins right now, so he won 3 last year. No,
what the hell are we doing, dude?
My point
what the hell are we doing in Florida? We're literally sitting here talking about 2 teams fighting for a bowl, and you're just like, this is big because it gets
big for Mike.
It gets him 3 games away from 500.
No, what I'm saying is
freaking like Florida State and Florida.
No, you're right, but what I'm saying is when we lost, when we went 0-4.
Oh, I know.
Like to climb out of that. No, you're
the general state of all the. It's ridiculous.
It's not. It is not too standard. It's crazy, but that's just kind of where it's at. What I'm and I'm glad you said that. So I hope, and I know it's a bunch of people on Facebook commenting and doing these different things, and I want to make sure people hear me in this. That's how we should really be acting right now. I'm gracious if we go to a bowl game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm praying that what I saw, either Gasparilla, cool, whatever, I'll go to Tampa. I wanted to be in Jacksonville because I know we ain't.
I want that matchup. I want Florida State, Arkansas.
Yeah, I don't really care. Somebody brought that up. I was like, I really don't care about the matchup.
No, I'm just greedy because that way I can go to both teams' practices.
I was like, lose, win. I don't really care. I just want the bowl game in Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. But it isn't acceptable, and it's a stride in the right direction. But damn, it's pitiful. Yep. It is pitiful.
And I have this sinking feeling that Florida is about to be in that 2 to 3 year rebuild too.
Oh, without a doubt.
It's not going to be Florida fans. You're not going to hire a coach, and next year you're playing for an SEC.
That's why I said what I said. Like, you need to be prepared to not to eat crow, but like to humble it. And I think it might, if you give this guy, if you give him a chance, like, you do have an opportunity to get back to back to relevancy really, really quick. But you got to give them everything you want. And same thing with Florida State. Stop that shit where you don't like. If you want to play big boy ball or don't. That's my whole point. Spend or don't spend. Miami fans, stop pretending like you got money. And show it. There's no need to hide it. Well, you know what I'm saying? They say they're big ballers. They say they got the money. They say we got billionaires and blah blah blah. Well, then show it. Like don't talk about don't. I'm
confused. Hold on, I'm confused. Back up. Rewind. Miami fans say that they have money.
They're saying they have money. They're saying they have money, forgetting the fact that we all saw that Mark Richt had to donate $1 million of his salary back to the assistant coaching pool. But what I'm saying is,
okay, fine. This goes for like anything personal, college, whatever. If you have to over and over and over and over again state that you have money, you know what you don't have? Money. All right, you shouldn't have to state that. Like that's nobody at Florida's talking about, well, we have money. No shit. Everybody knows Florida's got money. Like there's no reason to flex that. If you have money, I don't know, build a stadium. Not just all start. Pay your coach $7 million a year. Go flex. Go give Lane the same contract that Mel Tucker got.
You know what?
Go give Lane 15 assistants at $500,000.
Your recruiting class is ass anyway.
Miami. I haven't even seen it.
This is a great troll. Nobody uses that y'all because y'all haven't been talking about your recruiting class or whatever. But Miami came including Manny, off-season championships aren't the key or whatever, and we're still kicking your ass. They call it load more Twitter. So you know how you got the rivals team rankings, and when you get to a certain point, you got to click load more. So Miami, like you got to push. You got to
behind Florida.
You got to get 2 good solid load mores to get. So
they're
Miami.
Behind Florida.
I believe so. They're down there.
Wow.
Miami is just so we can. I want to walk people through this. Miami's in Miami. If you didn't realize that, and Miami's in South Florida. If you didn't realize,
Miami's not in Miami.
Miami's Miami. Miami's in the city of Miami. Okay, but they consider that that's not Miami-Dade County.
It's Coral Gables-Dade.
Whatever, even better.
I don't know. Even better. I have no idea.
I always love anyways, the point is this. They're in South Florida. They have this thing, Protect the Crib. Really hype about that. Give me a guesstimate, like on your part, of how many South Florida commits they have.
Just because you're saying that, I'm going to say 3. 0? I don't want to act like I'm down on Miami because the reality of the situation is I know nothing about Miami because I don't pay attention to Miami. Like this is going to, and I said the same thing about Florida State earlier in the year, that I don't watch games that aren't entertaining or relevant. And so that's why I wasn't watching Florida State games earlier in the year. Same with Miami. To be completely honest, I haven't wanted to watch, full disclosure, I haven't watched Florida games the last couple of weeks. I watched about half the Missouri game. I kept up with the Samford game through my app, and then I went back and watched it on Fast Forward because I had to talk about it. I'm consistent with this.
I'm gonna watch Gator Bites. When does Gator Bites come out? Tomorrow?
Wednesday.
Why
don't you just go in and do it? We don't have to.
No, I'm not going in that place. I'm not hanging out with Hacker to hear him give an excuse about Florida.
He's gonna be fired up. It's Florida State week,
especially how much tragedy he's been talking about Florida State. Like now, I'm kind of.
I guarantee he's a little nervous. Speaking of Florida State Executive Health and Med Spa. Yeah.
No, I was just saying.
I was just trying to move it along. Yeah. Northeast Florida Executive Health and Med Spa. Make sure you get there if you're not feeling well. I guess is our watch party technically there or next door?
It's next door.
Goodfellas. Goodfellas. Yeah, right next to Northeast Florida Executive Health and Med Spa. Get over there if you're not feeling well, if you don't have energy. If you want to start the new year off just on a different path, get to Northeast Florida Executive Health and Med Spa. Did your blood stuff come back? You all right? You good?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not dying, but
okay, well, that's good.
I got some days my blood sugar is pretty bad, but I'm sure drinking like that milkshake's not helping.
Nothing says Thanksgiving like milkshake.
I'm just, I hope I don't die, but like we'll get a jump started next week.
We gotta get back into it, man. Because
my December is going to be spent getting into it with Northeast Florida.
Well, here's the thing: we both had COVID last year, in the last 12 months, and both of us got small,
right?
And then we both made that mistake of, I can maintain this.
Yeah, it comes back. It comes back. Luckily, though, it was weird. Like I dropped a lot of like body fat percentage, and like my those measurables are still there. It's just I'm ballooned up a little bit more.
I have, dude. I'm in the worst shape I've been in 3 years.
Oh, well, we got to get it right. That's why we have this. So we'll get this.
Maybe we'll put something together, or we can all get it right with Northeast Florida Executive Health and Med Spa. Maybe we'll put together like a little challenge or some BS like that. See, Miles, you're not going to be in it.
Yeah, fuck that.
Skinny ass over there. I'm going to show these guys.
One, he works in a warehouse. So he lifts de facto, and he's doing skip rope videos in the warehouse and push-ups and pull-ups during lunch. That's like anybody who does pull-ups during lunch, it's something wrong with you, man.
Me playing Nerf basketball with my 10-year-old. He's over there like, yeah. You ain't no, absolutely not. I'm not even going to tell you about it. Anyway, Goodfellas, right next door to Northeast Florida Executive Health and Med Spa. Noon kick on True TV. I don't know what it's on.
Hallmark channel.
Join us at Goodfellas for the watch party, Florida State watch party. There'll be a cover. I don't know what it is. What is it?
Probably like $15. You got
$1,500.
Y'all got it. Y'all have 1,500.
We don't know. 50. It could be 15 or 20, whatever it is. Maybe it's 22.50. Maybe it's 25. I don't know. Just
come.
Yeah, come and enjoy it. Yeah. Watch this terrible game that's about to be played.
No matter how bad it is. That's what I was about to say. Yo,
I'm done. Are we really going to talk about them?
Like, are they really that close? Urban Meyer and Dan Mullen? Because at this point, I'm like, dog, you can't want to be here. Like, that was bad. It was really, I can't put
bad. This. You know what, man?
It's not the players,
Did you see the crowd yesterday?
There was a lot of San Francisco 49ers from what they said.
Yeah, it was like hardly nobody in the upper deck. And it's like the only thing, and the product was so bad. And the only thing I could think was the cons have let this get so bad that it may not be reversible. They let it ride. 2017 was like this mirage, like right. And they just kept letting this crap ride. And we kept saying, you got to change everything. Well, they may have waited too long. It may not be reversible. The city of Jacksonville may have become just completely apathetic, and the product's so bad, and nobody wants to go out there on a Saturday or on a Sunday except for the visiting fans because it's nice weather. Like it may be a wrap, bro. It could be. Because what would it take for them to sell that place out? There is no amount of hype. Not bringing in Trevor Lawrence, not bringing in Urban Meyer. That lasted like 2 weeks. Well, there's no amount of hype anywhere that will make Jaguar fans trust anything that's coming out of that building anymore.
They have to win, and they have to win consistently. Like, here's how it came out the gate. We knew it was going to be a rebuild, but you had some excitement with Trevor, and you thought at worst we'll see an exciting brand of football, or you have faith. I had a lot of questions. You had questions. Mm-hmm. I was like, hey, I was like, okay, if you want me to believe Marvin Jones is your number one, I can believe that. I'll try. I wish we would have made another stab at like getting another receiver, but okay, I'll ride with you. I like the running back, but I didn't understand. I still don't understand the draft. Not mad at Etienne, but I'm just saying, like, why didn't there were other pieces that we needed that we could have got that could have made this team better? Okay, why are you in love with all these injured players? Mm-hmm. When you can go, and there's pretty good guys with 2 legs that are in this draft that we can go get that are functioning. Okay, whatever. Okay, now you draft these injured players that are supposed to be, and I'm hearing that they're doing good, which I've learned, and this is my fault. And fans, this is your fault. This is where you're wrong, fans. And I know you don't want to hear this, but I'm going to let you know where you're wrong. You're wrong in the fact that you keep listening to people who know absolutely nothing about football tell you about a product that you know is going to be bad. You saw the video of Walker Little walking with the boy from LSU.
Clavion Chason.
He's been here
2 years, and James still has never gotten
I was in the hospital. I know exactly where I was at. I was looking at it, and a tear came to my eye. And the first thing I said, I beat COVID to see this shit. This is not why I came back. To see that same player not be good enough to start over Cam Robinson, but Clavicle Chason is still out there starting for you, getting abused week in and week out. He wasn't good when you drafted him. He had 9 sacks overall, and then that they said, and you still got one of the guys, the boy with the voice.
He's the sack guru.
The dude with the voice, RMGM.
Trent Baalke.
Ben Baalke. He was on that staff.
The dude with the voice.
You know the guy with the voice? The point is that they're like, well, we would have drafted him 9th. if the head case wasn't there. Like the best thing that they've done,
personal,
is got CJ Henderson, got Dan Arnold, which is good. I appreciate that. Shout out. But you know what? We could have got Dan Arnold through free agency. We had the money. It wasn't like you hiding it. You could have got something else with CJ.
I mean, it worked out because you ended up getting rid of CJ's contract.
Fair. But I'm saying we could have traded CJ in his contract, maybe for something else.
Right.
But I'm saying all this is like, I thought Urban was at least competent. Like he was going to put a competent product on the field. He made these decisions. He brought a lot of the secondary players that are supposed to make your franchise better. He didn't bring in any stars. Like now you have to wait. So the thing about 2017, that was good. You brought in Malik Jackson. It didn't show in 2016. But then when you brought in a Calais Campbell and another piece, I'm trying to remember the other pieces. You already had some guys who were already there and had some synergy. So now in order for us to be better next year, we got to bank on a bunch of people who are free agents, basically mercenaries, coming in, bonding with each other, with the coaching staff that they probably all think is incompetent, that wants to hang out and meet with you and recruit you in your living room before he gives you a contract. He's giving you a bunch of things that you don't even care about. With media that no matter what happens is going to come and tell you it's all smiles and Hallmark cards, and not that these guys are ass, that we didn't get better on the offensive line. We have a quarterback that was good, that we have somehow managed to make look terrible. He is regressing.
Yeah, quickly.
I don't believe it's just him. I believe it's something in his head now, but it's probably because he's been getting his ass whooped and nobody's open. And then he's messing up. Again, I said this like week 2 or something. I was like, Trevor, quick to throw your ass in the infirmary. Mm-hmm. And now you got one of your bright spots that you actually looked up in Agnew. Mm-hmm. You got him hurt.
Out for the year.
What do you have? What do you have to look? And then the season, like we still got a month and 2 months of this shit.
Yeah. Remember we were all hyped about the 17 games?
No, I'm mad. At least we knew New Year's Eve, this was over.
We were going to start the new year.
We were going to start the new year. We got to go into 22 with this shit. And I just honestly, I do blame them, but I can't. What would you have done? What would you have asked Shad Khan to do? Shad Khan went and hired the head coach that everybody thought he should hire.
No.
Now, but before, I give him that.
No, I go back to December of 2019.
Okay.
When he released the statement over keeping Dave Caldwell and Doug Marrone, when you had 2 first-round picks coming up that April, 2 then following April. Right. Like
you should have got
that's where, that was, and we said it at the time, that was the critical mistake that he made that's going to set this franchise back 5 years. I'm not ready to give up on Urban yet. I'm not saying like I'm wrong about him to this point. I was excited about him. I'm not giving up only because they can put together a game better right now than what they've been able to do the past couple years. Like they have played complete games better than they have since 2017 at times, defensively, whatever. Now, I know that is a low standard. I understand that. But you got to start somewhere.
Right.
Like, there's got to be a starting point somewhere. I don't know. Like, I don't know what's going to happen in the offseason. I know Urban's not going anywhere. That's not happening. Hopefully, he figures out this NFL staffing thing. And, you hit on some free agents and stuff like that. But the reality of the situation is football sucks. Mm-hmm. Like all the way around right now. If you're in the state of Florida and you're not a Tampa fan, football sucks. My fantasy teams suck. Like everything about football sucks right now. So I don't even know. I mean, I'm ready for football to be over. I don't think I've ever said that. I'm ready for football to be all the way over. I'm ready for no football. Like, in fact, you know what? Pansy America, I'm with y'all. Let's do away with tackle football. Everything's 2-hand touch and flag now. Because my tackle football teams aren't good. I need to attach myself to like a lingerie football team or like some flag team or something like that. I can't do this anymore. I'm too invested.
here's why I just don't like these people.
Which Pansy America?
That too, but like but Urban right now, I just don't like him as a person, and this is why.
Because he felt up a blonde.
No, I like that. I can respect. I can relate to that.
Okay.
You've managed to come, bro. The Houston Texans are the most mismanaged, like in a rut. All the bad words you can figure out of an organization. That's what they got. They don't have a quarterback. They got rid of all their good players. Like, and when somebody, and this is before Bill O'Brien was, I mean, this is after Bill O'Brien. You show signs of life in the Texas organization, they're either putting rape allegations on you or shipping your ass out. And you somehow managed, up until this past week, to be the only victory that they had.
Did Houston win?
They beat Tennessee. But the Titans don't have Derek, so I figured that was going to happen. I knew ass whoopings were coming their way.
That's how done I am with football. I didn't even know that.
But like I just don't like. I want to understand, but like there is no layup in the NFL. They say that should be a layup,
bro. Go back. Oh, hold on. Go back to September, and what if you would have said, "Hey, the week of Thanksgiving, Dan Mullen's going to be fired." Mm-hmm. Florida State is probably going to be Florida. Mm-hmm. Mike Norvell is the most secure coach in the state, mm-hmm. and the Texans are going to beat the Titans.
Yep, I would have taught you credit.
What is this world we live in?
Because in September, I thought Miami was going to compete for the ACC.
Well, that was on you. That's just silly.
Florida potentially could.
Florida may be playing in Atlanta in 2 weeks. Mullen was going to get an extension. Wow. I hate football. I just don't like it. But to wrap up with the Jags, I'm over them, man. I'm just over putting my energy in them. I watched maybe a quarter yesterday, and then we hung lights. Not even Christmas lights, just lights.
What stinks about it is that I know, do you understand how late 11:30 is on Sunday?
Well, you said yes.
No, I'm just saying I said yes when I thought I was going to be like, okay, we lost 24-21. It was an exciting game. Mm-hmm. Trevor Lawrence had 2 touchdowns. Some miraculous happened. I didn't think I was going to be like, yeah, we suck. Defense got
what do you say? Seriously, what else do you say?
And that's what I try to tell people. Like, the hardest part in covering the Jags is that we've had to be creative in 6 years of doing this, of saying this team sucks. You could you run out of ways. 2017 was so refreshing because it gave us a pause.
Yeah.
Like, I need somebody to come in so confident, like Calais came in at Malik Jackson's football camp. When he said, James, mm-hmm. we're going to the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, you're crazy. Mm-hmm. But he was almost crazy. He was almost right.
Yeah. He even told you. He's like, you'll see.
And I was like, and then,
didn't he say that in like national media too?
I don't even remember.
I want to say like national media. He said that they need something, man. It's not just the team sucks. The organization sucks. Everything about them sucks. It's just,
what?
Now you're getting good players and you're breaking them. And it's just, the whole thing is just, it's depressing, man. It's depressing. I would rather watch just about anything than my favorite teams play football right now. You could put up, Hallmark movies, obviously. I'd rather watch that anyway. But I'm trying to think of like what I would choose watching a Florida game or a Jaguar game over right now. And I really can't think of anything. I'd watch Dancing with the Stars, and I hate that show. I absolutely hate that show.
I think we just need Lot J.
Well, that ain't happening. See you, Miles. Yeah. Good seeing you, man. Have a good one. All right. We got to wrap it up anyway, because we got to I got other stuff to do. So Saturday noon at Goodfellas, we are doing the watch party, correct?
Right.
Okay. Wednesday, we're going to do this show?
Yeah.
The day before Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Okay. So Wednesday, we're going to do this
early to get it out of the way.
Okay. Tomorrow, we got Chop and Chomp.
Yes.
right? Mm-hmm. Which is
you can't go.
You can't go.
You guys can't go.
Yeah, it's sold out.
You're either invited or you're not.
Right.
You're not cool.
So I'm not even going to tell you where it's at because that wouldn't be very cool of me. So we got a busy week. Mm-hmm. Did you know I'm training on Thanksgiving?
I think you said that. Or did you say it on the show? Or did you say it before?
I said it before.
I have a new client that if I let
you all right, dog?
Discreet.
Oh, okay.
If I let them, they would train on Thanksgiving. I'm just like, no. I plan on sleeping.
No.
Probably not watching any football.
We got anything else? No. I'm tired of being negative. Is there any positive news?
You can go Black Friday specials at Green Acre Sporting Goods starts today.
Yeah.
Go check out my videos. You can shoot stuff. Well, I'm shooting stuff on the videos, but that Taurus 9mm is dope. Shotgun, the pump shotty, you need to get you one of those. Both of those are $299. The AR-15. Speaking of which, we talked about the Jags.
I'm seeing if I saved anything. I'm just usually.
No, I'm just trying to think. I was trying to think about if you think anybody transfers out
from where?
Florida.
Yeah, Emory.
Oh, peace.
Yeah, Emory's out. I would bet on that. I haven't talked to him. I don't know that, but I would bet that Emory's out. Why would you stay? You're going to stay through a new system with a hometown guy who the fans are already clamoring for. Why would you do that? That coach really going to, if it's even close, the coach is not going to get off on the wrong foot and sit Anthony. Right. So I think Emory leaves. I don't think they have a mass exodus. I actually think the transfer portal right now is probably helping your favorite team more than it's hurting your favorite team at this point, because there's such a backlog in it that it's keeping kids out.
I think guys take their
chances. I know that for a fact.
I think more guys take their chances in the NFL than necessarily you have guys transfer out. So I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really know who I really just want besides Anthony. And I'm not just talking about Florida State. No, but Gervin can go to the NFL.
Can he?
Yeah, I thought Gervin. Yeah, Gervin's a third-year player, I thought.
Oh, I thought it was just a second.
Oh, no. If he's not, that's what I want. But it's like some of these guys that you got, I'm okay.
Yeah, you're right. Right. You know what, Kevin? You're right. My bad. I just got a text. Nice football. He's like, you're talking about you don't have anything positive to talk about. Congratulations, Nice. Nice went out to the Panhandle and put it on Niceville.
I was shocked.
That quarterback's nasty, by the way. I'm telling you, man.
I'm going to say something.
Marcus Stokes.
Most people wouldn't like this. I like what a Nice football coach did on Twitter.
What did he do?
Some people transferred out. Some people talked about us. Some people did this. Now they're fans watching.
I love it.
That's how I found out that they won. I'm like, yo,
I love it.
Nice coach popping off. I don't know which one.
Their game this week is going to be so much fun. It's like the two quarterbacks.
Who are they playing?
Buchholz.
Buchholz is like, I don't remember Buchholz being as good when I coached against them.
They're legit this year. They beat Bowles. Like the Whittemore guy that I was talking about at Florida, his little brother Creed, his dad's the coach at Buchholz.
Okay.
His little brother Creed is the quarterback.
Okay.
He's got offers everywhere. He's only a junior. Marcus is only a junior. And they're both like little Johnny Manziels. So it's going to be fun to watch. So you're right. Thank you, Kevin. I guess we could start talking high school ball. Bowles still playing. UC got beat.
My favorite running back said Bowles.
Who?
Cade Frew.
Oh.
White, I love white running backs, man.
Yeah, that's where we're at on this show. We'll come up with something different.
Positive, though. Saturday went well. Gave out 250 turkeys.
Oh.
Out at Atlantic Coast High School. The team that I sponsored for the flag football game, they won the Turkey Bowl with City Streets and student athletes. 4-on-4.
Can I make that my 8 o'clock?
What, 4-on-4 flag football or Atlantic Coast?
Did I see pictures where they had rings?
That was part of the thing, is that he wanted them to have rings, like for the people to win. He wants them to have a big that's basically their trophy, is the ring.
We are diluting the value of championship rings when we're handing them out at turkey bowls.
Hey.
I love you, Rodney, but come on, dog.
Hey, listen.
Like, you can't just flash. What are we doing next? Are we giving rings out when, like, kids graduate pre-K.
That's a good idea.
No, it's a terrible idea. A ring used to mean something. You're literally diluting the value of every ring, wedding ring, whatever. Like I can go pay $125 and play in a 4-on-4 tournament and win a freaking ring.
That's pretty. I mean, you got to win it. I mean, you do have to like battle for it. Like I don't know what the level.
Are you serious?
I don't know what the level.
You cannot disagree with me on this.
No, I don't. I just don't care enough.
How many rings you got?
I think 6 or 7.
You did mat drills for those rings.
Yeah, that was different. Those were my rings.
These kids swiped a credit card.
My rings mean actually the guy.
They didn't even do that. Actually, they swiped your credit card.
I swiped the credit card.
Like you're okay with that?
Next year's Turkey Bowl, I'm signed up. Give me 5 kids. I'm just giving you rings.
I mean, sir, you're okay with that?
I just never really.
I got 2 state championship rings in high school. I don't even know where they're at.
I never thought about it like that until you said something.
And then I see these pictures of kids flashing rings, and I'm like, oh, what was that from? That's from James Turkey Bowl. Like, what the hell?
Listen, we're talking about positivity. I'm also giving out thanks, Ron Scholes, for helping with these 5.
Ron ain't giving out no rings just because you cross the street.
Nah, but man, the baskets are pretty legit, man. It's a turkey, it's a ham, $100 gift card to Publix.
I mean, Little League teams
all kinds of stuff
now for winning weekend tournaments. I'm back on that. I'm sorry.
Anyways, man, happy holidays.
Rings mean nothing, people. Absolutely nothing.
Now that's true.
Nothing.
Rings don't.
Well, I mean, these like how much does a ring cost?
I don't know. I thought they used to cost a decent amount. Like,
right. I mean, I'm assuming.
I thought it was like $400.
We have a work shortage in this country. And you're telling me we got people spending time making rings for 4-on-4 flag football that could be delivering something here that I don't have?
Well, I mean, I don't think this.
Like, let's use the man hours. We need to ration the man hours, bro. They shouldn't be making rings for kids that happen to win a tournament because they rolled out of bed.
Jeez.
I'm sorry. Give them a trophy.
It's the same thing.
It's not. What do we say? What do we say when it's playoff time? It's ring season. It's not trophy season. Well, now it's ring season. You can miss the playoffs. Here's the new plan. Miss the playoffs with your high school team.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wait around a little bit, 2 weeks exactly, and then go to Atlantic Coast and play in a 4-on-4 tournament, and then you can get your ring. You got a better chance of getting it then than your high school team winning a state championship.
No, that's true because most of your high school teams suck. Remember bowl games in high school? That's basically what
I never went. I won state championships in high school.
No, I'm saying like recently, I never knew about these things until I moved to Jacksonville, and then I learned that you cannot make the playoffs, and as long as you have an over 500 record, you can play in a bowl game.
Yes.
So that's basically all this is.
Did they get rings too?
In the bowl games, I don't know what they did. I thought it was a crappy idea then, but like, hey, I'm back in. I didn't create the Turkey Bowl. I just financed teams. My whole vision, you messed up my whole dope boy vision.
Why?
Because that's what they did. They gave turkeys and they sponsored little league teams.
They didn't.
And they won. They won. They won stuff.
Rings.
Yeah, but they won. That's why. How would we know they won if we didn't give them a ring?
You can tell people you won.
Sure.
Take a picture. You can put it on Facebook. You can put it on Twitter. You can put it on the IG. You can put it on the Spaces, whatever.
This is what we're going to do. Next year, we're giving Cuban chains. We're giving Cuban League chains to the winners. Is that better than the ring, right?
No jewelry.
We can't do like a turnover or victory chain or whatever?
For a flag football tournament? No.
It's so hard.
You give a slap on the ass. Good job, kid. It will clean your room.
You know what? If it's unpopular.
I try not to be a white guy, but am I wrong on this?
Truth, in favor of the decision in Wisconsin, we're giving out Taurus 9mm to anybody who wins.
I mean,
I'm giving out gas.
Really, you had to go there?
No, I was just joking about that. But no, I was just trying to think how to tie it or sponsor.
How to tie it in. Yeah. Green Acres don't. Green Acres doesn't give you a ring for passing your concealed carry.
Listen.
Congratulations. You pass here's your ring.
Next year for the team that wins my flag football tournament, I'm giving you bullets because bullets apparently are hard to come by in America right now. That's all anybody bitches about when they talk about Green Acres anyway. They got the bullets. Go buy them. Shut up. Either buy them or don't. Try putting wood in your gun and shoot that.
Try to put
it doesn't work. Try putting a ring in there.
Put a ring in there.
Put a ring in there.
Yeah. All right. Anyway.
All right, man.
I'm out. We're out. We'll be back on Wednesday. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you then. I thought Rodney was harder than